Now, Brits are expected to spend on average around £500 on gifts
on
this
mistletoe.
Christmas. On mistletoe this Christmas. on gifts this Christmas. But there's usually at least one present under the tree that isn't quite what you were hoping for.
Yeah, so if you need to return an unwanted gift or even something you've bought for yourself that you no longer fancy, what exactly are your rights? Well, luckily, consumer champion Helen is here to explain all this. Lovely to have you at Morning Live.
Thank you.
Let's start with the shops that you can actually physically go into then. There are different rules with all of them, aren't there?
Yes, because if you've got an item that you just don't want, or, you know, you've bought it and you've changed your mind, then you can go into the store and possibly get a refund, possibly get a replacement. But that's down to the store's own goodwill gestures. Most of the big stores will, but they don't have to.
So they don't have to give you a refund? That might surprise a few people, actually. It's not law for them to have to give you a refund.
No, only if it's faulty.
OK. What about if you buy online, then? Are there different rules with buying on the internet?
Yeah, because if you buy online, you can't see it, touch it, feel it, you know, and all those kinds of things. So you do have a cooling-off period. So you have the day after you receive the item, you have 14 days to inform the company that you're going to return the item, and then another 14 days to actually return it.
Yeah. You have to plan that sometimes, don't you? If you're not in, you get the delivery and then you've got to work it out, backtrack it.
Yeah, exactly. You mentioned there, though, if an item is faulty, the shop does have to either give you a refund or a replacement.
Yeah, that's right. So under the Consumer Rights Act 2015, if it's faulty or hasn't lasted a reasonable length of time or hasn't matched the description, then you're entitled to a full refund up to 30 days from purchase, and then after the 30 days, you're entitled to repair or replacement.
Who decides on the reasonable length of time then? And is it different to when you get a guarantee on a product?
It is. Ultimately, it would be a court that decides what is...
Don't want to go that far.
No, you know, you may have to, on a reasonable length of time. But, for example, say if you had a television that broke after 15 months, you would expect that hasn't lasted a reasonable length of time, so you would expect a repair or a replacement on that, really. Okay. A guarantee would be possibly from the manufacturer, so your contract is always with the company that you paid. But a guarantee may be, for example, on a saucepan, you may have a guarantee for 20 years. Well, your consumer rights don't take you for 20 years, they take you 6. So you might then go to the manufacturer and say, under the guarantee, I would like, you know, a replacement or whatever their guarantee is. So it's a different thing.
Because it's always a bit of extra cash to think about, isn't it? Do you go for the guarantee or not?
Yeah.
No, the guarantee is usually free, but you're probably thinking of a warranty. Yeah. So that might be extra that you pay for, that certain shops will try very hard to sell you, but you'll usually find that your consumer rights are worth more than a warranty.
Gotcha.
What about things like receipts? Because I am terrible for losing receipts. Can you still take things back if you've lost it?
Yes, you can if you've got proof of purchase. The actual key is proof of purchase rather than receipts. So you might have a credit card bill, you might have your bank statement, you might have a loyalty card that shows the proof. So that's all that you need.
OK. What about gift cards then? I mean, this is what I've got Kim Christmas, and if she doesn't like it and wants to return it, what are her rights?
Well, it's sort of good as cash, really. That,
oh, is it?
Again, you know, the store might say, OK, I'll give you the money back. If it's a 20 quid gift voucher, they might give you a £20 back, but it's very, very unlikely. The key really is to get it spent very quickly, because you never know what might happen with the store.
Just get it spent and enjoy it. Is there help out there for people with stuff like this? Because obviously there's, you know, lots of purchasing going on in the lead up to Christmas, isn't there? Is there help out there to know your rights with guarantees and warranties and stuff like that?
Well, there is. It's my side.
Yeah.
But yes, there is. There's, you know, there's the Citizens' Advice obviously give you a lot, you know, and so there is further help that you can get. But there is quite a bit out there. But the key is really about knowing your consumer rights. You don't need to know them off the top of your head. It's about knowing where to go and find them and then asserting them.
Yeah. That'll be very helpful in the lead up to Christmas. Thank you very much, Helen.